Watercolor! 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 Today, we're watercoloring. Woo, 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 woo! Oh, snugs. Hello, 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 hello. Hi! Today, I'm doing a painting for the bullet journal, which you'll see coming up. I'm doing a watercolor painting with some koi watercolors. And it's going to have a rope bridge and stuff. It's gonna look cool, so let's go. And now we're in the voiceover. So for this painting, like I said before, I will be doing a rope bridge. So the little images you see on the right hand side of the screen is my thumbnail watercolor sketches for this painting. I did a few different ones playing around with color, value, and just technical things, how the sketch would work. So right off the bat, I'm just sketching, and basically for my references, I have just some pictures off of Google, but primarily my reference was actually my own thumbnails because I wasn't going for a huge super realism thing, and my sketches just were super simple and easy to do. That's what I did. So, the watercolor paper I'm using is a Strathmore watercolor paper. It's kind of like a reddish, maroony color on the front, if you're wondering. It's a size 6 inches by 9 inches, and there's 15 sheets in the little thing. I use this paper because it's the smallest watercolor paper I have, and it's just really nice because it's all binded together. And I don't have to cut it down too much to fit into my bullet journal, so it's really nice because that's usually what I do paintings for in here, aka 2 paintings. So the watercolors I'm using are the koi watercolors, and if you're wondering how these watercolors are, I will be posting a review soon on the watercolors, so just keep looking for that. So what's really nice about this kit is it's not travel size, but it is compact. Well, it is travel size, but it's not as travel-y as some other ones I've seen, but this one is really compact and comes with 2 sponges, which are really nice because I don't usually paint with sponges. I just haven't had any experience with it, and they're really fun to use and really good for getting different textures. So I might want to purchase some sponges in the future. Thanks to Koi for introducing me. So the palette has a pretty good color selection, and I just use the palettes to the side that come with the set to mix the paints together, and I was trying to go for a foresty vibe in the background. It's very simplistic, and you'll see it doesn't get much more complex than what you see now because I just didn't do that. I mean, it's supposed to be just going in my bullet journal, so it's nothing too fancy, and I didn't really want to put in the effort to that, to be completely honest. So, and I'm also using a water brush for this too because I switch between houses when I do things, so I switch between 2 different houses, so I don't have my high quality brushes at this place where I'm starting the video, so I just use the water brush that comes with the koi watercolor set, and it works just fine. But I do notice that I have a little bit better experience, and I think I make better work with not brush not water brushes, that's what I'm trying to look for. I think it's just because I can control the amount of water I use, so I have a little bit more control over what I'm doing. But for the most part, water brushes are great. I really like them. They're perfect for on-the-go things, which is basically the point of the koi watercolor set. Right now I'm just doing a lake kind of thing. It's a river, and then the top is the forest supposed to be. Right now, it kind of looks like mush together, but don't worry, now we're at a new location, as you can see here. And look, you can see the umbrella lights reflection in my koi set. That's kind of funny. But now I'm trying to fix the water so it actually looks like water and not just a weird line of different colored green. It wasn't that hard. It was kind of planning on it. I just wanted to let the layers dry earlier, but I never got to it at the other location. Now I'm just adding to the forest a little bit more to add more texture because it kind of looked bland before. It was just kind of one color with some transitioning shades but no actual texture. And then now I'm working on the actual drawbridge, rope bridge, whatever you want to call it. I really was excited to do this because I just really like coloring in wood and stuff. It's just fun. I love the shades, love painting and drawing with browns. It's just really nice. I don't know why. There's just so many shades. You can go with yellows and greens to get into browns and reds. There's so many things you can put into a brown to make it look nice, which I really like about browns. So for the each individual little wooden panel thing, I just used my brush and I flattened it out as best I could and just did brush strokes, straight horizontal strokes across it with various shades of different colors. I did browns, greens, yellows, I think a little bit of reds, and that's how I got the wooden kind of texture. I could have put a little bit more detail into that, but again, lazy, and it's just going in my bullet journal. So for the top, what you're seeing me doing now, I just totally messed up the painting. I was trying to get it to look a little darker. It didn't work. I accidentally put too dark. So you'll see me fixing that later. But right now I'm just adding the actual rope part of the bridge, the little hand part, the railing, that's what it's called. And I did this with black ink, and I did it very saturated, so not very much water is how you get more saturated colors in watercolors. And I'm just adding these lines here, so it'll be eventually across it over, so it's kind of intertwining rope and such. And I just waited for those layers to dry, and then I think I worked back up towards the top of the bridge again, but right now, distracted my computer probably, so we're just sitting here. Yeah, see, I'm just looking around, and now we're back. And I'm going to start working on the top of the bridge, trying to fix the mistake. I didn't fix it as well as I'd like, but I did fix it as best I probably could for my capability standard. So I'm pretty happy that I managed to make that look a little bit better, just a little. Some of my lines for the rope bridge were kind of messy, and I should have probably done a dark brown instead of a straight up black, because it doesn't really match with the bridge, but it's all right. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. I mean, it's not a good bridge, just I don't recommend walking on it. So now I'm taking my Prismacolor colored pencils, and I'm adding some more details to it, because with what I can't get with the palette, I use colored pencils to get a different feel and different colors, because I have more of those colors than I do on the palette. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm just adding a little bit more to the panels of the wood, and now I'm just putting random swirls, trying to add more detail to the forest. It looks kind of cheesy and kiddish, but I again don't want to put in the work. That's just my problem. And then I add a little shading to the bridge a little bit and some accents to the water. So here's a close-up. I think it looks really good, kind of with the texture. Kind of looks stupid, but kind of looks good. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you want to see it in my bullet journal video, stay tuned. Goodbye!